Hello, my name is Christine Gillum, and today the lesson is about the vowels and their two basic sounds. We will focus a little bit more on the short vowel sound, but we're going to learn both sounds today. This lesson was designed for grades K through 2, but everyone is welcome to join in as always. The only thing you need for this lesson is your good listener skills and to say the sounds and letter names when I ask you to. After the lesson, I will ask you to practice these sounds and I'll explain how then. So we have the vowels here. They are all listed out. A, E, I, O, U. It's important that you know the vowels because every word has a vowel in it, at least one, and every word part of longer words has a vowel in it, at least one. These are very important sounds for every reader to know, and that's why I'm spending this time on them today. So we're going to start with the letter names. I will say them, and I want you to say them after me. Ready? My turn. A. Your turn. E. I. O. U. And just for a little more practice, because it's so important, I'm going to practice them in little groups. A, E. Your turn. I, O, your turn. U. Now I'm going to say them all, and then I'm going to point to them and ask you to say them all. Ready? A, E, I, O, U. Now it's your turn. Well, I hope you are getting those because these names of the letters are also the long vowel sound. The long vowel sound will be in a word when the letters here have a helper letter. Sometimes it's silent E and sometimes it's letter pairs. And we will practice that a little further in other lessons, and other teachers may have taught you about silent E and vowel pairs. Today we're going to focus a little more on the short vowel sounds. Now when you learn the alphabet the first time, your teacher might say something like, A is for apple, E is for egg, I is for igloo, O is for octopus, U is for umbrella. That's not just for fun. There's a reason for it. Each of those words helps you remember the short vowel sound when you're reading. So when the letter A is making the short vowel sound, that sound is ah. This letter E, the short vowel sound, is eh. This letter I, the short vowel sound is I. The short vowel sound for O is ah. The short vowel sound for U is okay? So if you see this letter by itself in a word or word part, it usually makes this sound. It is very important that you learn the short vowel sound of every letter. Let's practice. The short vowel sound of A is ah, like apple. You say ah. What word is that like? That's right, apple. The short vowel sound of E is eh, like egg. You say that, eh. What word has that sound? That's right, egg. The short vowel sound of I is I, like the word igloo. You say that, I. And what sound is that like? The word, that's right, igloo. The short vowel sound of O is ah, like the word octopus. You say that sound, ah. And what word is that like? You say it. That's right, octopus. The short vowel sound of U is like umbrella. You say that, What word is that like? That's right, umbrella. Now, I'm not sure how much time we have left, but we want to practice that. So, here is a word. To read this word, we are going to read each letter sound on its own. But I want to check and make sure that you know these 4 letter sounds, because these are the 4 letters that we're going to work on. T, p, b, and m. T says t, P says p, B says b, and M says m. Now those will be in these words. Now we're going to segment each sound before we blend. A, t. Your turn. A, t. Now we want to blend it, and we want to blend it long so we still hear each sound. At. And we can speed that up and do it just a little bit faster. Mat. And then we say it normally, like if we were reading the word in a story. Mat. The cat sat on a mat. Let's try that again with a new word. Now we have this letter in the middle. We go back to our chart and we know it's going to say eh. So we're going to segment out the sounds. Eh, t. Now you do it. Now we're going to slide it long and slow and blend it together. Et. A little faster. Met. And now say it normally, like you were reading the word. Met. Let's hear you read the word. I hope you said met. Good job. Now we're looking at a new word. We want to look at that middle sound. Make sure we know the short vowel sound is ah, because this letter is alone. Ah for O. And we're going to segment out these sounds. Ah, p. Your turn. Now we want to blend those sounds. Long blend so we hear each sound. Ah, p. You do it. A little bit faster. Mop. Your turn. Now, just like we were reading a book, how would we say that word? Mop. Now it's your turn. You're doing a great job on these short vowel sounds. Well, now we have a new letter in the middle and so a new sound at the beginning. This sound is t. And this sound is a. And this sound is m. T, a, m. It's your turn to sound that out one letter at a time. T, a, m. Now we're going to make that slide long and slow. We're going to blend it out as long as we can. Am. It's your turn. Maybe a little faster now. Tam. Your turn. And now we're just going to say the word like we were reading it in the story. Tam. Your turn. Good job. Our next word has a different sound in the middle. Let's check on that. The short vowel sound for I is I. So we have the vowel and we're ready to go. I'm going to segment the sounds. T, I, m. Now you do it. I'm going to blend it out long and slow. Tim. Now you do it. A little faster. Tim. Your turn. Now, say it with me just like you were reading this name in a story. Tim. Now do it by yourself. When you come to a word you don't know, this is a great way to decode that word, one letter at a time, and then use blending. So, first we will go t, ah, How did I know to say ah? This letter is by itself. It's going to say its short vowel sound. O is for octopus. So I remembered ah. So let's segment again. T, ah, Your turn. Now let's blend it out long. Tom. Your turn. Now a little faster. Tom. Your turn. And now just normally as if we were reading this name in a story. Tom. Your turn. Well, I don't think I have time for any more words today, but I will bring this lesson back to you again, and we will work on some ways to do the long vowel sounds. So remember, to work on these important basic sounds of the vowels, you can practice by looking at words all around your surroundings, anywhere you can find them, on boxes, on signs, in magazines and books, even on the internet. If you see a word, practice that vowel sound. It was wonderful to see you today, and I can't wait to see you next time for the next lesson. I'm Christine Gillum, and it is time for me to say goodbye. But remember, practice reading every day.